School. If you haven't started a community on School yet, then you are just horsing around.
Alright, so one of the biggest trends that I see right now in 2025 is all of this hype about starting a low ticket school community. And I basically want to create this video to show you guys why you shouldn't start a low ticket community and what you should do instead. But before I dive into it, let me just tell you a bit more about who I am and why I even can speak about this topic. So my name is Victor, and last year I generated over $400,000 in revenue with my own online audience. And guess what? I didn't have any low ticket community. I just went straight into high ticket. And I've also helped many people do the same as well. For example, Pasha, who went from making around 1 to 2K per month to hitting a 24K a month within 180 days of working with me. Aiden, who went from $200 a month, fucking around with little low ticket stuff, not a community, but low ticket products, which are pretty similar. And then within 4 months, we got up to 20K a month. You guys can see literally within 24 hours of joining my team, he closed a deal for 1.5K. That is the power of high ticket and positioning yourself the right way in the market. And then we've also got Ed as another example, who went from complete zero to 5 figures a month consistently within 3 months of also doing high ticket rather than going down the low ticket route. You guys can see over here, we helped him set up his own high ticket offer. And within 1 month, he already closed 2 clients who secured 1.5K each and a 20% rev share. So that was literally 3K in the first month of working together. And then over here, you guys can see he did 7K pounds, which is just under, that's around 10K USD within 3 months of working together. So here are just a couple of results from me and my students. You guys can see why I'm actually qualified to talk about this topic, and also why I hate low tickets so much, because I see so many people falling down this trap. And there is a much better way to do this, and that is just eliminating the low ticket route and going straight into high ticket, which I'm going to show you guys right now. And yeah, here are just a couple of examples from my students. But if you do want to see even more proof, even more results, then feel free to click the link in the description, top line over there. You'll see even more case studies. And also feel free to check out my Instagram, which is @CEOVictor. And over there, I've got 4 highlights just filled with results as well. So you guys can see I already know what I'm talking about. And you guys can see why I hate this low ticket hype and why I do believe everyone, especially if you do have a smaller audience, should just go straight into high ticket because it's just a lot easier to monetize. Okay, so let's dive into it. So here is essentially the high ticket and the low ticket route, right? So the idea with high ticket is that you have your cold audience over here, right? And then you want to just warm them up, you want to nurture them, and then they go right into high ticket, where these are going to be the warm and hot leads. Now, the idea of low ticket is essentially you have different tiers, right? You've got your cold audience over here, then you want to warm them up by going into the low ticket, and then only a small percentage of your overall audience and your overall leads will actually end up getting upsold into this high ticket route, right? So that's essentially the difference. With high ticket, you just go straight from cold into high ticket, and with low ticket, you go from cold into low ticket, then into high ticket. So you're basically just adding an extra step over here, which is the biggest difference between high ticket and low ticket. Now, let me go through the main reasons why I believe that high ticket is a lot more effective than going down this low ticket route. First of all, is going to be time, right? With the high ticket route, only premium clients will get access to your time. Whether with this low ticket route, you're going to be selling your time for way too cheap. And I've got a perfect example of this. Around 7 months ago, I was looking for an investment. I was looking for someone to help me with something. And yeah, he actually ended up having a low ticket community. So naturally, if someone has the option of going, from low ticket or high ticket, they're usually going to start with the lower option, right? So same thing went for me. I joined the school community and I was able to have access to this person for literally $100 a month. Now, as a coach, the most valuable thing that you can give to someone else is your time. So if you're only selling it for $50 a month or $100 a month, then your high ticket just looks a lot less attractive, right? And same goes for this example. When I joined this low ticket community, I paid $100 a month and I could literally join a group call every single week with this guy that I wanted to learn from, where I could essentially get all of my questions answered and I could get tailored and customized support. Now, he also had a program for 5K, and I decided not to join that program for 5K just because he had this, low ticket program where I basically got everything answered that I needed to know. And to be honest, guys, if this guy never had this low ticket offer in place, then I would have actually joined his 5K program because I wanted to learn from him. But because he had this little, $100, I like to call it bull scratch community, I ended up joining this instead. and he missed out on potentially making a 5K sale from me just because he sold me his time for way too cheap. And I also have a lot of examples of other people that felt the same way. They wanted to learn from someone, and instead of paying them the high ticket price, they just joined their low ticket community, joined for 1-2 months, got all of the information, and then dipped, right? So this person basically missed out on 4.9K just because he had this in place, okay? So that's number one, is you're just selling your time for way, way too cheap. And if you do want to attract premium clients, you need to have your time at a much more valuable price, because that is the most valuable thing that you can give to someone else, right? Giving people information, giving people strategies, that's all nice and good. But giving people your time is the most valuable asset that you can give to someone else. So selling it for $100 a month really isn't worth it, okay? So that is number one. Now, moving into number two, you're basically delaying the buying process. Whereas with high ticket, people will just buy the high ticket right away. So this kind of leads onto this example as well. With low ticket and high ticket, if you give someone the option of low ticket and high ticket, they will almost always go with low ticket first. Why? Because it's cheaper, it's less risky. They want to kind of get a feel for the program before they join your high ticket. And sure, it could work in some cases, but for the majority of people, 99% of the time, a lot of people are too busy to be consuming so much different information before they decide to join your high ticket, right? So you're basically delaying this buying process intentionally for no reason at all. Like, there's no need of doing this. They can literally just join your high ticket right away. And in this high ticket, you can actually give them personalized information that they can apply right away and get results, rather than making them go through a whole low ticket, consuming a lot of different information, and then basically having to rely on them to go through everything before they join your high ticket. And this will cost you thousands and thousands of dollars, okay? Thousands and thousands of dollars. Imagine this is 1,000, right? Just by having this buying process delayed. Because all of these people that would have bought your high ticket right away are now basically going through your low ticket and spending an extra 2, 3, 4, 6 months just, scratching around in your low ticket for literally no reason, guys. Just eliminate this completely, go right into high ticket, and it's a win-win for both people. The guys that are serious, they want to work with you, will get more value, will get more results, and you will also get paid more for your time. So it's really a win-win. And number three, which is the reality of low ticket, is that it does attract a much lower quality clients compared to high ticket. Now, you guys have probably seen the meme, a lot of times on Instagram, where you have someone that pays you $100 and they basically tell you, yeah, bro, I trust you with my life. I really want to make this work. And they ask you like 10,000 different questions once they start working with you. Whereas the high ticket guys, they pay you 2K, 4K, whatever. And they just say, yeah, bro, let's get to work. And they just trust you, right? And that is the reality of low ticket versus high ticket. High quality clients want to pay the premium price so that they can get direct access to you and so that they can get personalized help. Whereas low ticket clients are the type of people that want the world and they're not willing to pay for it, right? They want to pay the least amount for the most amount of value possible. And this will not only attract lower quality clients, but it's also going to make you get less results because these people are not going to be as qualified as these people here. Okay, and that is the reality of low ticket versus high ticket. Is with high ticket, you will get much high quality people and you're going to actually enjoy working with them a lot more. You'll get a lot less headaches as well. And in general, you'll get a lot better results for your clients. So I would say these are the main three reasons why I believe that low ticket is just not the best way to monetize your audience. And I think this is what you should really do instead. Okay, so the typical route, which is what Alex Hormozi and what all of these low ticket guys want you to do, is essentially get your warm leads, put them through a low ticket, and then upsell them to high ticket, within like 2, 4, 6 months, whatever it may be, right? Now, what we do, instead of doing this low ticket stuff here, okay, we skip the low ticket and we actually take the warm leads straight into high ticket. And what we offer instead of low ticket is we just offer payment plans. And this is an easy solution for the people that say, oh, but people can't afford high ticket, or, oh, but I still want to help as many people as possible who can't afford it. Well, instead of doing this low ticket crap, just give them flexible payment plans. Let's say, for example, you're charging, $2,000 for your program, right? This is just like an average. Instead of charging $2,000 upfront for every single person, you can literally split this up to, 1,000 times 2. You can do 500 times 4. You can even go as low as 200 times 10, right? So $200 per month for 10 months, and they still get premium access to you, right? And this is a lot better than charging people $50 per month, $100 per month, and they don't really get great results. You attract low quality clients, and you also don't even get paid for your time. So this is an easier solution to this problem, and this can help you make this bridge from warm leads right into high ticket just a lot easier, right? And instead of using low ticket to quote unquote nurture your audience, all you have to do is just nurture this audience with content, right? Content. Excuse my handwriting. Right? So you can do this through stories. You can do this through reels. You can do this through posts, right? Instead of charging people for this basic information that's meant to quote unquote nurture them, just eliminate low ticket, get people straight into high ticket that are serious to work with you, put them on payment plans if necessary, and then those people that would usually be paying $20 or $50 per month, just give them so much free value, so much free source, where then they want to work with you and they want to pay the more premium price, right? So you can do that through content, by just sharing value posts, showing step-by-step tutorials, showing transformations, showing results, etc., etc. And you can also do this with lead magnets. Okay, lead magnets. So the most popular lead magnet you can have is probably like, a free course, for example. You can have a free course. You can have a VSL, which explains more about what you do. You can have free scripts, for example, if you're more in the B2B market. Let's say you're a content creator coach, you can give like free video clips, right? There's so many different things you can do. You can do an ebook. Here are just a few examples. If you're in the fitness niche, for example, you can do free diet plans, even free workout routines. Just give all of this out for free, and then get them into high ticket right away. And this is going to help you save a lot of time of having this middle ground, low ticket, which just doesn't do you any favors, right? You're going to attract low quality clients, you're going to delay the buying process, and you're selling your time for way too cheap. Okay, so this is basically an overview of why I believe starting a low ticket community isn't the best route. And I also want to say as well, guys, like low ticket does work. It does work for some people. There is obviously a lot of successful case studies where low ticket does work. However, I do believe that low ticket only works for people that have a massive, massive audience, right? If you've got like 500K followers, 1 million followers, and you have a big budget where you can have someone manage your school community for you, then fair enough. Maybe the low ticket route could be for you. But I know a lot of people watching this video, they don't have that much money to invest to, have someone manage a whole thing for them. They also don't have a massive, massive audience like that. So if you are, a creator or you're a coach and you have, a couple hundred followers or a couple thousand followers or 10K, 50K, 100K followers, then trust me, low ticket is going to be a lot easier, a lot more scalable, and you're going to find a lot more fulfillment in running it rather than having all of these low quality leads, asking and bombarding you with questions every day. Okay. So those are the main reasons why I believe you should not start a low ticket community in 2025. If you do have any different opinions or any different perspectives, then I will be very curious to hear in the comments below. So feel free to let me know. But yeah, guys, other than that, if you are interested in getting your own help with setting up and building your very own high ticket offer, then feel free to click the link at the top of the description where you can book a call directly with me and my team. And yeah, we can see how we can help you out as well. We basically don't get paid unless we help you scale. So if you are interested, you do want our help with scaling your own coaching business with the high ticket route, then yeah, feel free to book a call. If not, then just subscribe to the YouTube channel, drop a like if you are enjoying this free value. And yeah, other than that, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.